Police forces are changing, or so it seems. Victoria has announced plans to update its policing practices, and Vancouver is believed to be next.
Police know something about proportionality. This response is not in proportion to the problem.
A statement Wednesday from Victoria Police begins with the words, "The past few weeks have been very challenging."
We have been having these conversations for centuries, and the fact that the police could put out a statement saying the last few weeks have been difficult for us reflects a complete disconnect between our populations and the police force.
The Victoria and Esquimalt Police Board voted on a number of actions to address racism and discrimination, which includes hearing recommendations for improvements from an advisory committee, having additional anti-racism and de-escalation training, and doing an analysis of the demographic of their officers.
The fact that the police does not already collect data that indicates their own composition. Ask yourself that question, what does that mean? So today they're suddenly going to start to collect data about the composition of their own force. This is how far behind this is.
The outline of the work Vic PD plans to do to address racism and discrimination came as a bit of a surprise to the president of the Canadian Police Association.
These are things that have been occurring or should have been occurring all along. I think it's totally appropriate for the police board, and I think they should be involved in having a good understanding of what training their police officers are receiving. They should also have a good idea of what the demographics of their police service are.
Victoria PD declined City News' request for an interview. Meanwhile, Vancouver Mayor Kennedy Stewart is expected to provide his city's response to the growing calls for police reform late Thursday morning.
So nervous, yes. Because if this is the level of response, if this is the approach, it will not work.
Last month, Vancouver Council passed a motion behind closed doors to cut the police department budget by 1%. But the Vancouver Police Board responded last week, saying it will not be making the cut.
Police organizations across the country have been lagging in terms of staffing levels and funding over the past number of years. So we're responding to more demand, growth in population, more regulation with fewer resources.
In New Westminster, Ashley Burr, City News.